I got taken into this little room, and I think there was two consultant anaesthetists there, and they'd kind of taken their hats off, and I just thought they were going to tell me that she'd died. I was in a trampoline park, and an adult lady jumped and landed on her leg. She's had a couple of surgeries since then to put a metal plate in. And then last May was when she was due to have the metal plate removed. And we thought it was just going to be like, he was expecting my phone call at around about 5 o'clock, I think, to say, can you come and pick us up? But the phone call he had was very different. I was sat in the ward by her bed, waiting for them to kind of bring her back at any moment, really. And the nurse came to get me to say, can I go with him? Because the anaesthetists want to talk to me. I got taken into this little room, and I think all I can remember is asking them whether she was still alive. I remember them telling me that basically he was in intensive care on a ventilator. Felt like it wasn't me. It was like a kind of an out-of-body experience, and I was watching something happen, because it just didn't make sense. As like, we were going to go home in half an hour, like, how are we here? So whilst they were trying to get her under general anaesthetic, something had happened, and she'd had a bronchospasm. And then she aspirated, so she kind of vomited a bit, and that went on to her lungs. She ended up with double pneumonia. Both lungs were collapsed, and lots of infections. Within half an hour, a nurse had come up to me and said, look, I've done your application. There's space in Ronald McDonald House. And I think at that point, I thought, it kind of hit me of like, oh my gosh, they're expecting her to be here. I just wanted her to wake up in like the next hour and just to go home, you know. Honest, I don't know how I'd have coped because obviously the parents can't sleep on intensive care. You can stay there. I think I stayed there till like midnight every day, but then they'd be like, come on. So the thought of then having to potentially drive an hour home, and just to be that distance away from her, is because, like, you know, Ronald McDonald House, you can literally run across the road. The phone was there. So even though they had my phone number, my mobile, they also had my room number as well. So even if you've got a bit of dodgy signal, just for me, having that landline there was just such like a comfort. The people that worked there, they were just amazing. Like, the girls were always such a happy, friendly face and so supportive. It's just so lovely. When she woke up, she was a little bit like, what's all the fuss about, you know, because she can't remember any part of that, and she still can't a year on. Lily is 10 now. Because of where her leg was broken, she's going to have frequent surgeries until she stopped growing, basically. But she is doing good. I just can't stress how much of a comfort it was. In fact, from the kitchen, I could see her like intensive care window. So it just felt like, you know, I wasn't that far away from her. And if anything happened, you can just run. So it's just so needed.